And welcome back to Relax Radio. How much do you reckon you're spending a month on entertainment? Well, you try and do it roughly in your head now. Well, Netflix, it's got to be about £7 a month, and then you got Amazon about £8 a month, and Spotify. How about £132 a month, worst case scenario? And I'm going to break it down because not everyone is going to be spending that much. But if you have, say, Sky Q with Sky Sports, Sky Cinema, On Demand, and the kids stuff, enough for the whole family. And then you want to watch the Champions League, you want to watch some of those Premier League games, you want to watch some of the boxing matches, so you go get BT Sport. You want to listen to music on the go, you want to be able to download stuff, you want to be able to have playlists and do all that. Well, that's another, that's Spotify and Apple Music. You're looking at £10 a month there. Netflix, you've got to go and watch The Irishman because everyone's going to be talking about it come this time next week. That's £6 minimum fee, £10 maximum fee. Well, Amazon Prime, whether or not you watch anything on Prime Video, you want those packages delivered the very next day, don't you? You want them teleported to you the minute you order them. And, it's basically happening right now. If you pay annually, you're only paying £8.99 a month. Disney Plus is coming to everyone's TVs. I refuse to believe that it's not going to be the most overused household streaming service in the UK by the end of 2020. It comes out in March 20th. It's out now. March 2020. It's out now in America, and it's already got millions and millions of people signing up for it. And it's only going to be £6 a month. And then, if I'm going to add your TV license in there, because if you just watch a bit of Match of the Day or your ITVs, your BBC, your challenges, and anything like that, TV license is required. You can't watch BBC iPlayer without one. Anyway, add all of those monthly subscription services up. You're spending £132 a month. £1,590 a year. And now think about think about it. Think of all the classics you've watched on Netflix. You've watched Breaking Bad. It'd be very bad of me if this stopped, because a lot of the things I can think of at this very moment are all recent things. But just think about how long you may have had Netflix for, or how long you've been having Amazon Prime for. Is it 4 years? Is it 2? Is it 5? Is it going on 7 or 8? I mean, Breaking Bad, that's when I remember watching Netflix at the very start. Their final season was in 2013, I believe. So that is at least 6 years of my family having Netflix. 6 years, £120. Well, so say we did the first 3 or 4 years on the standard. And if you're thinking, I only pay £6 a month for my Netflix, are you allowed to watch your movies and TV shows in 4K? Because if you are allowed to watch it in 4K, or do you have the little button on your phone version of Netflix that allows you to download episodes? Because if you do, guess what? You're paying £10 a month for it. Amazon Prime, if you're not paying the $89.99 or £100 for the whole year, you're going to be paying $12.99 a month. And don't get me wrong, that free shipping is worth it alone almost, and some of the discounts that you can get here and there. There is good content on Amazon Prime, but it is another one of your monthly subscriptions on top of your gas bill, on top of your electric, on top of your water, on top of any other things that you might be a part of. You might have an ASOS premium membership that gets you next day delivery, but that's all going to add up to what you're spending on a monthly basis, something that you can sign up for and then forget about. Because if I'm going to get a calculator out now and say, if I've done 3 years at £6 a month, you're looking at £216, and then another 3 years at £10 a month, you're looking at 360. So you're looking at nearly £750 to £800 spent on your Netflix. Now, you could probably look back at the previous 10 years and you think about maybe all the box sets, all the DVDs you've bought. you probably have not spent that much money in those last 10, 15 years in DVDs and box sets, but you are paying it for Netflix because of that rolling contract that you constantly forget that you even have. You know, you can go 2 or 3 months without watching a single thing on it, and I'm not saying the content's not good, but it's just so easy for you to just let that contract just roll and roll and roll. You know, sometimes you might just go time without, you know, listening to music, but you're still paying for it. Same with a TV license. Everything that you do, everything that you watch, if you're doing it in the proper legal way, you're paying £150 a year for that, and that's something that you need to be paying for every year. So you know, you move out of your parents' house and you move into your own. 4 or 5 years later, you've spent £700 to £900 just so you can watch something on BBC iPlayer, just so you can go and watch Peaky Blinders on the day the episode comes out. You might not have to pay for Sky or Virgin or BT, and you think, oh, I'm saving loads of money. I'm saving £81 a month by not having BT Sport or Sky. But you're probably going to end up paying more than £80 a month on all the other things that you need. Even if you're not a sports fan and you don't want BT and you don't want Sky Sports, but you still want Sky Cinema, Sky On Demand, Sky Atlantic, all that, you're going to be paying £75 a month or £1,050 a year. Like, it is insane the amount of money that people just slowly allow to just sort of ease their way out their bank account. I mean, I'm somebody who will get a notification. Oh, there's more examples. I mean, there's so many different media services that are coming out in the future, and we're currently in a little beneficial place being UK, because the rights between one company and another changes based on, you know, where you are in the world. So over in America at the moment, places like Netflix are having to release a lot of their own original content and TV shows because people who own the rights for, I don't know, let's say Friends, they're going to be making their own setup sooner rather than later. And once that is done, Friends won't be on Netflix. You know, Netflix have just paid a ridiculous amount of money, over $100 million, to have Seinfeld, a show that first aired, I believe, in 1987. And that's now going to be coming to Netflix in 2021 for over $100 million, because Netflix needs something that's going to just make sure that people, you know, some people over in America, some people use Netflix solely for watching The American Office. I believe in England we can watch that on Amazon Prime, but that's what a lot of people watch it for in America. The Office is owned by CBS, I believe. CBS are going to be creating their own streaming service, or if they haven't already, HBO, famous for incredible TV shows like Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Westworld, Boardwalk Empire. They're going to be creating their own streaming service under the HBO Max name, and that's going to feature all of Warner Brothers content. 'Cause if you're not aware, HBO is owned by Warner Media, which means now HBO, which has this incredible watermark of just being good quality TV shows, is now going to be bundled into this massive service, which is also full of so much trash that Warner Brothers has made in the last few years. And, you know, it won't be long until we as English people, will be having to buy HBO Max, something that we've never once had to pay for in the UK, because, you know, if you have Sky, you get Sky Atlantic, HBO. They've got a nice little deal going. That might not be the case. I mean, Sky in itself is bundled with Netflix in certain packages. So, you know, think about, you know, go through your bank statements and have a look at how much is just coming out of your account every month, because you might be thinking, hang on, I've not used that. I didn't realize I had a a card that I pay £5 a month for that gives me discounts on, you know, jelly babies and stuff. But you might do, because that's the ridiculous world we live in. People want to get you on that direct debit. They want to try and eke out as much money from you as they can. They no one wants to just charge you a one-up fee anymore. If you're playing a video game, they don't just want you to pay £50 or £60 and play the game and enjoy it. They want you to pay £50 and £60 and then pay extra money for content that isn't actually of any value. So you're just giving them more and more money. So this is my mission statement. Go out there, check your bank statements, see how much you're actually spending on different services, and then think to yourself, how often do I actually use it? And is it genuinely worth that much amount of money? Does it match up to my budget? Is it something that I can afford? Is it something that I need? And if it's not something you need, maybe that money can be used elsewhere. And that's where I'm going to end this show. So I'm not saying streaming services are bad, but we thought we had a haven in having one place that could maybe take over from having to pay a ridiculous cable subscription service. Now you're paying for about 7 or 8 all combined, and it's costing either just as much or maybe even more. Go and check for yourself, find out, and if it's something that you need to change, then you best get on it.